to one and all. Today I will discuss about the history of NIC. Before going to know about the advantages of NIC, why we are preferring the ICs in present technology, we should know about the history of NIC. So in 1947, Professor Bardeen and Professor Bretain, the members of a research group at Bell Laboratories, invented first germanium transistor. And next in 1951, bipolar junction transistors and junction field effect transistors came in the market. In 1954, silicon took place of germanium in manufacturing BJTs. And in 1960, MOSFETs was produced. So this is the history of a transistor. Next, meanwhile, the interconnection of electric circuits with the help of the printed circuit assembly was under process. In 1952, scientists found the possibility of semiconductor integrated circuits. Finally, in 1958, Jack Kilby of Texas Instruments invented first IC. Shortly after this invention, Professor Robert Noyce and Gordon Murray of Fairchild Semiconductor announced the planar process of silicon BJTs, which leads to the development of monolithic IC. After realizing the strength of the IC, it became the most demanded device. Then progressively, inventions were made in increasing the number of active devices per chip by reducing the device dimensions. Next, why we are preferring the ICs? What are the advantages of an IC? So first advantage of an IC is small size. Practically, the size of an IC is thousands of times smaller than the discrete circuit. And second advantage is low cost. Thousands of silicon wafers consisting of number of components are produced simultaneously, called mass production. Due to this, cost of an IC is very low. Third one is less weight. Number of components are fabricated in a single silicon wafer. Hence, weight of an IC is very much less compared to the discrete circuit. Fourth one is low supply voltages. ICs work at lower voltages, which avoids the need of large supply voltages. Fifth one is low power consumption. The power consumption of an IC is also very low. And next one is highly reliable. Due to the absence of shouldered connections and less interconnections, the ICs are highly reliable. And seventh one is matched devices. In IC technology, the characteristics of devices can be matched to a high degree of accuracy. And last one is fast speed. With ICs, various applications can work with great speed. This is mainly because of the absence of effects of parasitic capacitances in ICs. Thus, the ICs are used popularly because of flexibility, dependability, along with the above mentioned advantages. So next one is, depending on the fabrication technologies, ICs are classified as three types. First one, monolithic ICs. Second one is thin and thick film ICs. Third one is hybrid ICs. Most of the ICs are fabricated by using the monolithic process. So again, the monolithic ICs are classified as two types: bipolar ICs and unipolar ICs, depending on the transistors used. So if you are using bipolar transistors, BJTs, then that is come under the bipolar ICs. And if you are using MOSFETs or JFETs, that is come under the unipolar ICs. Again, the bipolar ICs are classified as two types depending on the isolation used in the fabrication process. First one is using PN junction isolation. Second one is using dielectric isolation. So next, packages of an IC. Mainly, the ICs are available in three packages. First one is metal can package. Second one is dual inline package, third one is flat package. So first one is metal can package. The structure of metal can package is shown in the figure. So it has striatlets which is shown in the figure. So it is also called as transistor pack. So here the IC is enclosed in a metal or ceramic case. It is available in 3, 5, 8, 10 and 12 pins. So here these metal can packages are used in the power amplifiers because the power amplifiers requires the power dissipation capability. So here the power is dissipated by using the metal. And next, how we identify the pins in an IC. So whenever we are using 8-pin IC, first the tab indicates 8th pin. Whenever the IC consists a tab, that tab indicates pin number 8 and left pin of the tab indicates the first pin, and after that one the remaining pins are arranged in anti-clockwise direction. So that is second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth and seventh. So first and fifth pins are called as offset null pins. Second and third pins are input pins. First one is inverting input, second one is non-inverting input, and fourth one is negative supply, and seventh one is positive supply. So this is the structure of an 8-pin IC. Next, second one is dual inline package. This one is also called as DIP package. Here the IC is enclosed in a ceramic or plastic case. So here this is available in 8, 12, 14, 16 and 20 pins. And next, the application of dual inline package is mostly the DIP package is used in commercial applications because the mounting process in this case is very easy. And next, how we identify the pin number in this case means here the notch indicates, that means by using the notch we can identify the first pin. The left pin of the notch indicates the first pin. So that is, this is the first pin, and the remaining pins are arranged in anti-clockwise direction from pin number 1. That is, this is second pin, third pin, fourth pin, and opposite side also we have same number of pins. So that is, from this point we can get the fifth pin. So that is 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th. Next, third one is flat pack. So flat pack means here the IC is packed in a ceramic case or enclosed in a ceramic case. It is available in 8, 10, 14 and 16 pins. And next, the application of flat pack is airborne applications. And next, the dot here indicates the first pin. That is, here this one represents the first pin, and from this first pin the remaining pins are arranged in anti-clockwise direction. So that is second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth and 10th. So this is the structure of flat pack. Next, temperature ranges. So mainly the ICs are available in 3 temperature ranges. First one is military temperature range. That is, the range in military applications is minus 55 degrees centigrade to 125 degrees centigrade or minus 55 degrees centigrade to 85 degrees centigrade. If you are using the ICs in industrial applications, then the range is in between minus 20 degrees centigrade to 85 degrees centigrade or minus 40 degrees centigrade to 85 degrees centigrade. If the ICs are used in commercial applications, then the range is in between 0 degrees centigrade to 70 degrees centigrade or 0 degrees centigrade to 75 degrees centigrade. So this is the temperature range of an IC. So thank you.